Hey guys, welcome to David's 1 month update. I tried filming this once and then my battery died halfway through, so let's see if I can film it again the second time. So here's a little man here. He just had a diaper change and just ate, so he should be pretty happy, should being the key word here. So, to start off with, we're both doing really well, and I'm going to first talk about his 1 month checkup that he had yesterday. My little chunky monkey is up to 10 pounds and 1 ounce. I seriously cannot believe how big he is and growing. So that puts him at, let's see, I've written down here, he was 10-1, so that put him at the 54th in the 54th percentile for weight, and then he was 22.25 inches long, and that puts him in the 80th percentile. So he's going to be a tall little guy, just like his daddy. I'm 5'8", and Tony, my husband, is 6'1", so we're both kind of tall, and then I have tall people on my side of the family, like my dad and my brother are both like 6'2" or 6'3", so I think he's going to be a tall man someday. We'll have to see. Everything went really well with his appointment. He's perfect and growing like a little tumbleweed here. My doctor said basically that my milk must be awesome because he really doesn't nurse for super long. Usually like maybe 10 to 15 minutes during the day for each feeding, and then at night it's usually under 10 minutes. So he's a pretty quick eater. She said that with him being so chunky that my milk just must be really awesome and full of calories and all that good stuff. So I'm really glad. It makes me happy that he's satisfied and eating well and gaining weight. That's perfect. And then I'm happy that my milk can provide him with everything that he needs. Yeah. So speaking of milk, my breast milk, I wanted to ask you guys about supplementing with the vitamin D vitamin drops, because my doctor recommended that I supplement with those just because in breast milk you don't really pass on that much vitamin D to the baby because we're deficient anyway, and then I guess you get most of your vitamin D from the sun, and you obviously don't have babies in the sun, so they recommend you do the vitamin D, which I'm not thrilled about just because the drops have like artificial flavoring and colors in it, and I just don't want to give him that. I don't feel that comfortable with it. I know there's different schools of thought that you really should supplement, and then some people think that you shouldn't because you know, your baby will be fine with just your breast milk. So I haven't given it to him yet. You're supposed to start at 1 month. I just haven't yet because I just really don't feel comfortable with doing so. I'll probably start in a couple days here, but I just don't want to. I feel bad about it. So let me know what you guys feel and what you guys did. I'd like to hear your comments on that. Nothing really else happened with the appointment. He will be having his shots at his next appointment, at his 2 month checkup. We're probably going to be doing a delayed vaccine schedule, which my doctor is fine with doing pretty much whatever we want to do. I know there's pros and cons with doing the delayed vaccine schedule. You know, pros being he's not getting all the shots at one time. We can kind of spread them out, and if he has a reaction to one, we can kind of know which injection it is that caused the reaction. And then the negatives being, you know, we have to go in more often than to the doctor to have the vaccines, and then you know, he'll just be a fussy baby for a couple days rather than just having all the shots done in one day and kind of dealing with it all in one night. So we'll still have to decide what we want to do with the vaccines. We're still definitely going to vaccine and do give like all the recommended and required vaccines. Just maybe we want to do a different schedule. We haven't completely decided on that yet. With nursing, he's still doing pretty good. Check out my video I did last week on my breastfeeding update, which goes more in depth about how we're still doing with breastfeeding. But just a quick update, we're still using the Shield. He's doing really well with that. Still trying to wean him off of it, but he just doesn't want to at this point. So we're kind of still dealing with that. Sleeping, he does, I want to say, pretty well with sleeping when he's asleep. We usually try to do like a bedtime routine, so every other night we'll give him a bath at around like 8:30, and then kind of like from 9 on out is quiet time, so we like take him up to his nursery, the lights are kind of dim, and we're just kind of chill with him and rocking him and feeding him and all that kind of stuff. And then usually I'll nurse him and he will go to sleep after that. and he'll sleep. The other night he slept for 7 hours and 45 minutes, which I could not believe. And of course I was like frantic Googling, making sure that it was okay that he slept that long because I was nervous about it. And you know, they said, or everything online said they're fine as long as they're eating and they're like hydrated and they're having like normal diapers and everything. That's completely fine. He just needed some extra sleep, which I was thrilled about. But generally he'll go down at about like 10 or 11 o'clock, and then he'll have like a good maybe like 4.5 to 5.5 hour stretch, really depends, and then he'll get up maybe 3 hours after that. So I think that's pretty good for his age and everything. Sometimes it is a challenge to get him to go to sleep. Like last night he did not want to fall asleep till 11:30 and he was just fussy and everything. We are still using the little what's it called, the newborn napper in his pack and play for right now. I did try to put him in his crib a couple days earlier in the week, and he just didn't seem to sleep very well. Like he'd only fall asleep with the pacifier in, and then he'd spit it out, and then he'd want it back in, and he just didn't seem to sleep very well that night. So I put him back in the bassinet, and he has slept better the past couple nights I've had him back in the bassinet. So I think he might just need the like little bit more support, the cushion support for right now, and then we'll do that for maybe like another couple weeks and then transition him back into the crib. But I'm not really worried about it at this point, transitioning him. Pretty much whatever works is what we're going to end up doing. He is out of newborn clothes now, which like broke my heart. Having to pack all of his newborn clothes away made me so sad, and he's pretty much all in 0 to 3 now. The pants are a little bit still too big on him, and the onesies fit him pretty well. Like this outfit that he's in right now is 0 to 3 from Gerber, and the onesie is pretty snug on him, but the pants are loose. And then I have some looser 0 to 3 onesies, so I'm trying to use like all the tighter fitting 0 to 3 stuff first, and then, you know, get into the bigger stuff that's, I don't know, like different brands are all sized differently. So yeah, so we're doing with clothing. And then he is in size 1 disposable diapers. I'm going to do a different update here soon on cloth diapering and what I like and what I don't like and what we're doing and everything. Maybe I'll do like a cloth diaper routine video if you guys are interested in that. But we're doing pretty much like, I would say 50-50. So we're doing like 50% cloth, 50% disposables. And I like doing it that way. They both have their pros and cons. Disposables are a lot easier at night and when we're out of the house. And then pretty much during the day when we're home, I do the cloth diapering. And that seems to be working pretty well with us. What else is going on here? As far as like what he's doing in his his development, I guess he's really not doing anything like really exciting at this point. But he's definitely looking and staring at things for longer periods of time. So he'll look at me, he'll look at my husband. He loves to stare at his mobile. He loves looking at that thing. And then the curtains, I've talked about this before in another like video. I think it was my day in the life. But the curtains in his nursery, he loves staring at them. They're striped, and he kind of just like is like hypnotized by the curtains, which is really, really funny. He hasn't really started smiling at us yet. He smiles at his mobile. He'll smile at me sometimes, but I think it's not really like he's smiling because like I'm his mom. He's smiling because he has gas or he's pooping or something. So like I try to be like, hey baby, and try to get a reaction out of him, and he really doesn't give me one yet. So I'm still waiting for him to smile, and I can't wait for that because that'll be so much fun. He makes cute little dinosaur noises all the time, which I love. All the little noises and cooing and all that kind of stuff is just great to hear and listen to. And some of the noises they make are so goofy, and I cannot believe like they make the kind of noises that they make, and like when they burp, all the you know, how that sounds and everything. It's crazy. What else? Another random update. He lost his umbilical cord, I think when he was like a week and a half old. That thing fell off, which was good, and I didn't like having that on anyway. It was creeping me out. And and then after that fell out, his belly button was like swollen for a while, and I was worried he had like an umbilical hernia, but he didn't. It went down after a week, I guess. It was just like really pronounced out, and then it kind of just like sunk back down, so that's good. What else to talk about? We're adjusting pretty well as a family. We kind of have a little routine down. My husband went back to work, I would have to say maybe like a week and a half after he was born. So during the nighttime duty stuff is all up to me to do. We have a bed in the nursery, which I've shown before, and I am sleeping in his nursery right now. So I sleep in there and do all the nighttime stuff during the week. So like Sunday through Thursday, I'm in and doing all the nighttime routine stuff. And then on the weekends, it's nice. My husband kind of gives me a break. He sleeps in here, and then I sleep in our bedroom, which is right next to his nursery. And then he'll just come in and get me for feedings. So he'll, like, you know, hear the baby cry, pick him up, change his diaper, get him swaddled, and then come get me, and then I'll feed him, and then I go right back to bed. So, like, if he's fussy and needs to be rocked for a little while to go back to sleep, my husband will do that, and then all I basically have to do is just, like, pop in, feed him, and then pop back out. So that's really nice. I get, like, deeper sleep when I'm in there, just because when I'm in here with him, you know, I hear all the little noises, and I'm, like, listening for him to wake up and things like that. So when, on the weekends, I get, a little bit better quality sleep, which is great, and a nice little break for me. So it's kind of nice we have like our little routine down. I have been able to leave a little bit, just for like an hour or two at a time in the evening when my husband comes home from work, or on the weekends I'll go out and run some errands, which is nice. But we really haven't left the house with him in public yet. We've only gone to my parents' house, my in-laws, and then like the doctor's office. That's the only place we've taken him. And my doctor, you know, wanted to caution us and explain the importance of that at our appointment because of this ridiculous flu that's going around, and it's like super, super cold out. She's like, just leave him at home. Don't take him anywhere. Really limit who you have over at the house. Because if he were to get sick right now and to get the flu, he would most likely end up being hospitalized, which sucks, and I don't want to have that happen. So it's kind of been tough just to go, you know, just to be in the house and kind of going stir crazy a little bit. So it is nice for me to kind of get out every once in a while. And tonight I am going out to dinner with my friends, so that'll be good to kind of get out of the house for like a couple hours. And it's really, really nice. I'm really lucky that he takes the bottle so well that he does. I think it's because we started out that way, which is nice. My husband will just give him a bottle full of breast milk and he'll be pretty much good to go. Although that doesn't really satisfy him. It satisfies him, like, having his belly full, but then, like, when I come home, he's frantic and, like, wants to be on the boob, and I think he just wants, like, comfort and, like, he missed me or whatever. So, yeah. That's our little one-month update on David, and we're just doing really well as a family, and he's doing really well, and we're just still getting used to everything. And, yeah, I'm just loving being a little mommy to this cute little sleeping cutie pie here. He's been very sleepy today. You've been very nappy, haven't you? Yeah. So, I will see you guys soon. Bye!